your silhouette, it's on my mind. Every little thing that you love to do makes me fall again deeper in you. You love simple things like a midnight drive underneath the stars. That's where we come alive.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to the second episode of my Seattle food review. My first stop was the Serus Pie, an authentic pizzeria located in downtown Seattle. This place had 4,000 reviews on Google and I was really excited to try this place. They're known for using a 600-degree applewood burning oven with a handmade dough and sourcing a lot of their ingredients locally. This place had a very chill vibe, perfect for gathering with friends and family, grabbing some beer with pizza. The staff were extremely friendly and very chill. I started off with the Reuben's Brewery Pilsner. I learned that Reuben's Brewery is a local brewery in Washington founded by a guy who used to do a lot of home brewery. They had a lot of signature pizzas, which in retrospect I wonder if I should have tried. But today I felt like having the most classic cheese pizza. So I got the basic pizza with Ferndale Farms mozzarella, tomato sauce, and fresh basil. Ferndale Farms apparently is another local dairy farm run by 3 generations of farmers. Perhaps because of that, the most memorable part of this pizza was the cheese. I thought the cheese was just well fermented, has a very deep, complex taste. The dough is really crispy just on the outside, but has a really nice texture inside as well. I did add some pepperoni, which was really tasty, but a little too salty. Overall, this place was very satisfactory, and I really like how they connect with their local farms and breweries to introduce the best of Washington. Next, I stopped by a small cider brewery in the Post Alley, which is close to the Pike's Place. This was perfectly located close to Pike's Place and the waterfront. It seemed like a small business with really interesting vibe. I'm not used to drinking ciders and I always thought they would be pretty sweet, but I got the drier one today and it was perfect. I think it's a nice alternative to beer if you want a little bit more fruity and sweet. The apple scent was very good and I really loved the seating outdoors. It was very windy day and I got a chance to relax there with a glass of cider. Next up is the 5 Point Cafe, a dive bar located in Belltown that's perfect for the drunk as they're open 24 hours. They had a really interesting exotic vibe, not something you would expect of a diner. But I did learn that they were actually open since 1929 and is one of the oldest diners in Seattle. A friend of mine told me that they had one of the best corned beef hash, so I got that. I was super hungry at 5 a.m. I just took Uber in the dark with no one outside. Their portion is humongous. I was hungry, but even then I could not finish this whole plate. But the food was really good. It was an open kitchen, a bunch of guys busily cooking breakfast. It was really fresh. The corned beef was in big chunks, which was interesting and was a nice variation from the usual the beef and potatoes all mushed together.
What's up with the camera, my friend?
Oh, I just like trying to do like food YouTube.
Oh shit. Have you seen that episode of South Park? You watch South Park?
No, not really, but why is
Everyone in the town is like, oh, I'm a Yelp reviewer. Like expects like, and they're like, holy shit,
Yeah. The server was making some reference to South Park. I felt bad that I rarely watched South Park, but I wanted to exchange banter with him. Later in the day, I went back to Pike Place to stop by this Greek frozen yogurt shop founded by the owners of the Elenos Greek yogurt. I don't know if you've ever had those in like Whole Foods. This place was really cool. The shop itself was very well designed, all white and blue, reminding you of fresh taste. They had really exotic flavors like the lemon curd and ube coconut. Their texture is probably the most easygoing and pleasant compared to ice cream or regular frozen yogurt or gelatos. I think it's pure genius, whoever thought of this brand. I think they're going to attract a lot of customers in Pike Place.
When the world is cold and your heart feels small, I'll be your shelter through it all. You love the rain and the way it sounds, dancing in the puddle, spinning you around. You love simple things, like a cozy night, wrapped up in our love, holding on so tight. That's what you like, and that's what I'll be. The moonlight on the water, the whisper in the breeze, in every...
Next, I came to this authentic pho shop called Pho Bac Sup. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Seattle seemed to have a lot of Vietnamese restaurants, and I think this is probably the go-to pho shop. The place was packed with a lot of young people, so that was already a good sign. I got the Pho Suan Bo, which is the beef rib pho. That seemed to be their signature dish. It was quite a bowl with 2 large beef ribs stuck together, and you're supposed to actually cut it with a steak knife. The noodle was really soft, the veggie was really fresh, and the soup was probably one of the best. Although looking back, I think the beef rib was a little bit of a marketing tool. It didn't have a lot of meat to it and actually had a lot of fat. It was pretty greasy. If I had to go back, I would just get the regular pho with sliced beef. Nevertheless, this was a really interesting discovery, and I would definitely come back if I had to go back to Seattle. For the afternoon, I was debating where to go because I was alone. The one attraction site that always caught my attention as I always traveled to downtown Seattle from the airport was the T-Mobile Park. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I do know of the Mariners as Ichiro's team like 20 years ago. I thought going to their game would be a nice way to explore Seattle and see what Seattleites do and what they eat and how they live. Although, to be very honest, it was just another baseball stadium. There was nothing special about the T-Mobile Park. But it was a nice way to spend the afternoon by myself with some beer, watching some grass, watching the players. I liked their team logo, so I bought their cap. I enjoy wearing it. Last stop of my Seattle trip is the DicksDriveIn burger. This seems to be a local burger shop only in Seattle. They seem to be very popular, and I really wanted to try it. They had a shop in Capitol Hill, which I really loved because of its cool young vibe. The burgers are super cheap. They don't have a lot of variety with their menu, so I got the basic double cheeseburger. It was actually a pretty small portion. It was almost like a snack for me, but very tasty, very local to Seattle. Had the local burger joint kind of a feel. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Founder, which depicts the origin of the McDonald's as a drive-in burger joint. If you're just kind of tired going to a restaurant, or you want to grab something to eat at a late hour, I'd recommend going to this place. So that's it for my Seattle food review. I really tried to explore the most authentic and local food to Seattle. I think it's a really attractive city located in the Pacific Northwest with a very cool young vibe and a really diverse food scene. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe for me. I will come back with another interesting video on another city in the US or probably in Asia. Hope to see you next time.